Hello there. I wanted to tell you about the film that I went to see, like I said I would. I went to see The Adjustment Bureau. I think, yeah, it was last night. I was out until very late. I went by myself, as you know, to meet, because Gilles didn't come, I mean. He didn't go as a twosome. And when I got to the pub, I couldn't see Kate anywhere, and I walked in and I walked all the way through the pub, obviously, you know, full of people, and I couldn't see her anywhere, so I walked back outside and I thought, what am I going to do? So I texted her sister because her sister had the number, and she didn't text back for a while, so I went back in, got myself a drink, looked around a bit more, got a seat by myself, and luckily when the pub had cleared about an hour later, I got a text from her sister, so I called her and she'd already gone up, because she runs a film group, you see. So I went up to meet them and they bought me a ticket, and I gave her the money, obviously. And the film itself is based on Philip K. Dick short story, I believe, called The Adjustment Team, which was written in the 50s, I think. And I think it's only loosely written on it. Now, Philip K. Dick has done a lot of films. I mean, he hasn't done the films. He's been the inspiration for a lot of very good science fiction films that you may have heard of, like the Blade Runner, Total Recall, I think, Minority Report, A Scanner Darkly, Paycheck, Next, yeah, probably some more, but this one has been advertised as the Bourne Identity meets Inception, but I don't think it was advertised correctly. Now, I like the Bourne films, and Inception was good. I'd like to see it again. I think it was a bit overrated, but it was good. So I was expecting something quite action-packed. To be fair, both those films have a lot of action in. But actually, it's a romance. And we laughed a lot. It's like a romance comedy. With science fiction or fantasy put in, like it's very child friendly. I think it's a 12A. I should have known by it being a 12A, really. The adjustment people in the hats aren't very menacing, really. They look like people from the 1940s. In their hats and stuff. Not that I want to be scared of particularly. I mean, Matt Damon does a really good job of acting. It's one of his... I was going to say it's one of his best acting performances, because I've not seen him be that character and be so convincing, to be fair. I really believe that he loved this person and that he felt something inside for her. And that, in a romance, for me, you do have to have that. I mean, they were an unlikely pair. I don't know if I believe that she would have loved him, but we were following him, so, and he was happy when he was with her he felt different, and I know what that's like, so it's nice to see that portrayed when you meet someone you just want to spend more time with, and that other things that you thought were important aren't as important anymore. Yep, this is what I'm like. So I can cut this. So basically in the story, he's being kept away from her because the plan says they're not supposed to be together, and it's basically quite a religious film, dare I say. As someone who's been brought up in a faith, I recognised all the way through it faith references to God, and well, they don't actually mention God at all, but he's the director or whatever they call him, and they're like angels or people making sure things are going to God's plan and stuff, and all little references like that. At one point I was a bit worried that it was anti-Jewish or anti-Semitic, whatever, because they were saying, oh, anyone in a hat, they're a threat. And then I suddenly thought, oh no, there's these guys all hanging about in their hats with their books, because they had these little books where they were looking at the plan and all, looking at the books together, pointing at it. And I was thinking, oh no, and then there's going to be religious Jews on the street and people are going to look at them and think, oh, they're plotting this, that and the other, and I know they're not, and then they've been influenced. And then I was a bit worried that it was secretly giving that message, but it wasn't at all. I mean, they mention, it's quite funny, the parts where they mention how they left us to it and we messed it up completely and nearly destroyed the planet and the wars and whatever. And also they, at the end, as well as showing the Jews, they showed like a policeman and tourists in caps and whatever, so it's obviously, it was just that you needed the hat on to get through the door, because they have special doors where you open the door and you can travel and get to another part of the city. I won't spoil the end. Some people were upset with the end. They said they wanted more of a twist, because there isn't a very, very complex plot or anything, and they wanted some massive reveal or even something like, I don't know, just to blow their mind or something drastic. But I thought it was just really, I was fine with the ending. I mean, it went with the film, and there was a bit of a twist, just maybe not a mind-blowing one, and it did have a message. And next I'd like to go see, there's that Limitless where the man takes a pill and he suddenly can use more of his brain or something. That's what it looks like to me. And then it goes into a roller coaster and gets involved with looks like, is it Robert De Niro? Yeah, it was Robert De Niro. Oh, it was so funny. The film. I missed a few bits. There's a bit where he loses her number, and they'd shown it, and I think it was 7664, and he couldn't remember. He was trying to remember the number, and I was like thinking, that's the number. I haven't checked it though. That might not be the number, but at the time, I'm sure I had the right number. I could check that. Sorry for my red nose. It was so windy today, and sorry, this is gonna go in a normal vlog. I need to leave that out probably. And there was an extremely flashy scene in a club. I had my eyes shut for it. I don't know if you're the same. I can't stand flashing lights, so for that part I had my eyes shut. I'm not quite sure what happened in the club. So be warned. So I'm right up in your face there. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this rather awkward, as usual, chat that we had, and I hope you go and see the film and enjoy it, and don't expect a lot of action and boys stuff. but also don't expect anything too complex, and you will have a laugh and enjoy it probably. So bye.